This week, I will be in San Diego at the Pechanga Arena on November 8th, and I'll be in Phoenix at the Footprint Center on November 9th. Next month, I'll be in New Orleans, Louisiana at the Lakefront Arena on December 7th, and I'll be in Pensacola, Florida at the Pensacola Bay Center on December 8th. All the tickets are at tomsegura.com/tour.
100%. Cheers.
And welcome to another episode of Two Bears, One Cave. Pretty crazy news regarding my co-host Bert's nervous system. He has some type of nerve issue, neuropathy stuff that they're doing. They're treating him. And right now, thankfully sitting in for him today is the great Russell Peters, everybody.
Hey, I'm sure the people watching is going, who? Or why the fuck him?
No, you're beloved, man. You are beloved.
By comics.
Yeah, but I mean, I think...
But real people, no.
You don't think real people love you?
I think it's 50-50. I think it's split pretty decently.
Really?
Yeah, it's half hate, half love.
But isn't that mean that, like, you've actually made it? I mean,
I could be.
I don't think that people who are... Like, usually, the most beloved comedians are comedians who haven't quite hit yet.
Right.
That's who's beloved. Like, they're kind of ascending, and people are like, we want them to get a shot.
Right.
And then when, like, once you're, like...
Once you get the shot...
Then the people go, oh, fuck this guy.
Yeah, yeah.
So, like,
it's like when people are like, oh, I used to like Eminem before people knew who he was. And you're like,
Yeah.
okay, shut, calm down there.
What is, by the way, you are... I think I've told this before many times publicly, that you're one of the people that, like, if I had to say, like, the things that I identify that, like, you know, make up what I am, what I like, I would definitely list hip hop music in there. And then I'm like, yeah. And then I met Russell Peters and I was like, oh, I guess maybe I don't like hip hop because I don't know a fucking 1/100th of your knowledge of hip hop is absolutely astonishing.
Do you know the ironic part is I don't really listen to it.
Really?
Yeah, I generally listen to probably classic rock most of the time.
Really?
Yeah. I love hip hop as a culture.
As a culture.
Because
it's part of your foundation.
it made me who I am.
Yeah.
Made me dress a certain way, walk a certain way, talk a certain way.
Dance. I've seen you dance.
Dance a certain way.
And I've seen you DJ.
DJ a certain way.
Do you still get on the turntable?
Absolutely
You
do.
You do.
I thought you were going to have a set up here. We're going to get busy.
No, but I've seen you do it many times.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
We'll
So
do a party for you guys one day.
what is, because I find this fascinating, specifically about Eminem. And I'll say this. Eminem, almost like to the point we were just saying about, you know, having made it,
Right.
has people who go, I love this guy. A whole bunch of people that will be like, I hate this guy, like hate somebody.
Yeah.
You're like, wow. And then every time there's like, the two things I've heard about the criticism and then in defending him, people will be like, oh, they ain't playing Eminem in the hood. Like they're not, you know,
Yeah.
but then every time an elite MC is in a radio interview,
Yeah.
like fucking Rakim or
Yeah.
somebody, they will all be like, Eminem is like, he is they'll either say he's the greatest or this is one of the greatest of all time. This guy's incredible.
Yeah, they always say he's in a different lane.
What's your take? Same?
I think Eminem's dope. I mean, does he make some flop albums? Sure, but who doesn't?
Yeah.
It's not like everybody's banging out, bangers every month.
No.
He takes his time. He sits and he waits till he gets some ideas, and he comes back. He doesn't need to do it. That's why
He does it just for like,
he does it just because he remind you.
Yeah.
I can still do this.
yeah. And I'm super creative and
Yeah.
I'm
He's a
super
recluse though. Like he does not leave his
Yeah.
house.
He's just in Detroit, just
Yeah, he's somewhere in Michigan.
somewhere in Michigan. Just
Every time I play like Windsor, you played Windsor. Mm-hmm. I call Royce and I'm like, Royce, why don't you come to the show? He's like, I'll come. Why don't you call Marshall? He just sends me laughing emojis.
no,
And I go, what? He goes, Marshall ain't coming there.
Yeah.
Marshall's not crossing the border
Just
to come to see your dumbass.
Staying at his house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you a recluse? No. You used to go. When I
mean-
started a tour with you, I should inform people that you're one of the people that showed me how to do this, like how to be a touring comedian, how to fucking treat people. Like you were always been extremely generous. You treated everybody with respect. You put on great shows, big shows. And so like, you're somebody who I was like, oh, this is how to be. Like you need examples,
Right.
You know, like you have an example. And I would tour with you, go all over the place. I feel like you you're a bit of an extrovert though, right? Because you really
I know
always
I like people.
You like people.
I like people, but I don't leave my house very often when I'm
Okay.
home. Just because I'm like, I'm never home. So, when you're home, you're like, well, might as well just stay here. I paid for this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. And you have a nice house, so
It's a decent one. I moved back to the Malibu house that you came to.
really.
Yeah. That's
at
where I
you.
introduced you to Big Daddy Kane the first time.
That is where you introduced me, which was one of the more surreal moments I've ever experienced. That was like one of those, oh, this is what, like there's these
That was when you were
fantasy-
big-headed hairy Tom. When you
Yeah.
had the hair and the big head.
big head.
Yeah.
But there's like these things like when you hear Hollywood stories, you know what I mean? Like so-and-so, and then I got the call, and then I showed up, and then they were
Yeah.
like, you got the part. It was like my version of that where my first special came out. I talk about Big Daddy Kane. Then one day, because I lived in this really weird guest house that I was renting in Redondo, I would always just get voicemails. Like the phone wouldn't ring. It would just be like voicemail.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, it would be for everybody. Everybody would just go straight to voicemail. And I press play. And it just goes, sup, Tom? This is Big Daddy Kane. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm chilling at your boy Russ' house. Like, I still remember the message.
Yeah.
And then you were like, yeah, you should come over. And I just was like, I have to go do this.
Yeah, well, you know how it happened. Kane was staying with me, and he said, hey, Russ, you know this guy, Tom Segura? But the way he said it, I was like, oh, shit.
What did he do?
I go, yeah, of course I know Tommy. He goes, yeah, he's a funny dude. I go, oh, okay. Like, he did a joke about me. I liked it. And I said, oh, let's call him.
That's amazing.
That's exactly how that happened.
Yeah. I still stay in touch with him.
I still have my Sup Kane t-shirt.
Yeah, sup, Kane. Sup, Kane. Yeah, people yell that to me. He says it gets yelled at him all the time.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, that was such an amazing moment. You took me to London.
That was fun.
that
You've
was-
done the O2 on your own now, right?
No, I've only done Wembley.
Oh, only.
Oh, yeah.
I do. I just did. I think I'm doing Wembley again next year.
It was great.
Wembley's fun. But you do the O2 now, just
Yeah.
as a revisit. Next year, going to be your 15th anniversary of doing it.
It's funny. The reason we couldn't get O2 on this tour was scheduled because these things like people don't realize, but especially with the big venues,
Oh yeah,
they're just like, oh no, it's not available. You just can't have it. And you're like, okay.
yeah,
They're like you can have it in next fall, and you're like, I'm not going to be there then.
yeah. They always try to. Well, that's the thing, and also the bigger the name, the more likely you are to get bumped down. You know?
Yeah.
Taylor Swift just bought the arena for a month and a half. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
I had a kind of a surreal thing with that where I'm have this tour lined up, and then I get a call, and they're like, "Hey, are you willing to move this this date at this one arena?" And I'm like, "Why?" Iron Maiden wants it, and I'm like, "No,
I love Iron Maiden.
no." But I was like, I'm not just like giving it up.
I'd lose it to Iron Maiden.
No, they were like, "Well, you get some kickback," like, and I was like, "Tell me," and then they told me, and I was like, "No, that's not enough."
Oh, that's not a kickback. That's more of a here's $1, kid. Thanks for holding the door for me.
Is there a place you hate to tour? I've been like very vocal about.
Where did you hate?
I got like on the news in Erie for talking about
Erie,
it.
Pennsylvania?
Yeah, I was like, fuck this.
I mean, it's Erie, Pennsylvania. What the fuck else do they got going on? You know who's from Erie, Pennsylvania? I know weird facts apparently about Erie. There's a newscaster named Maria Sansone that used to be on Fox 11, and now she's somewhere in Boston. She's from Erie, Pennsylvania. But I knew that because there's a porn star named Rebecca Bardot that's from Erie, Pennsylvania, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Just a little random.
Have you met these two women?
Well, I banged Roberta. What's her name? Rebecca a year before.
Really?
Yeah.
How was she?
Crazy.
Can you look it up?
She's an older one, so I have a little. I don't like young girls.
I can't
so
see her
that's
on
good news.
our bigger screen. Okay. Oh, nice.
I like them old like that.
You like them old?
Older, yeah. That's why your mom's on the table for me. I'm just kidding.
Holy shit. It's so crazy.
I'll show her one bear.
Nice. Okay. How'd you meet Did you meet her online? How'd you meet her?
No, I don't know how I met her. Probably from Yoshi.
Oh my God.
You know, if you're gonna meet a porn star, it's gonna be from Yoshi.
He's the perfect conduit.
Oh yeah. He's
Has he introduced you to a bunch?
he's a come to it.
Yeah, he's a come to it.
Oh, he's introduced me to a bunch. I remember one night I had. This was like maybe 17 years ago. I had, for some reason, Yoshi had brought Joey Silvera to come see me perform.
Yeah.
And Joey and I were buddies already, so that was cool. But then Rocco Siffredi showed up,
Yes.
and this other guy, I forgot his name. He used to do these smothering videos for Evil Angel. where girls would just sit on your face and then until you couldn't breathe, and you'd see the guy from and legs kicking, like so she has to get off his face. But anyway,
That's nice.
yeah, family viewing, and so we ended up me, Rocco Siffredi, Joey Silvera, and this other porn guy at In-N-Out. And I'm like, I look at him, I go, guys, this is the most ironic thing ever. Just 3 porn stars and me at In-N-Out of all fucking places.
I know. It's a perfect California get together. Rocco came to the taping I did with you. He was at that in
in England.
the Showtime one.
Sure,
No.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, that night.
That night.
Oh, that night you went.
It was that night. Shit, you were on that.
Yeah, I was on that. Yeah.
I forgot to put you on that.
Yeah. That was
Russell Peters Presents or something?
Mm-hmm. But
was that 2007?
No, that
8?
was 9.
9, yeah.
Early 9. What? Okay, but so wait, is there a shit place though? Is there a place where you're like, I don't want to go there? Just let them hear it. Let them have it.
There's nowhere that stands out in my mind.
Really?
Yeah, there's places there's nowhere really that I haven't.
Well, how
there's
about
been places I've not enjoyed as much as others, but like
that's.
But I don't know. I can't, like, they're not coming to me.
Now you're an incredible mimic. You do so many impressions, like, you can do accents really well.
Mm-hmm.
Is there, I feel like for myself, when you go impression, it's not part of my stand-up, but I'm just saying in life,
Right.
There's things that come naturally to you. Like you just go, oh, I could do that one.
Oh yeah, I do it right back to people immediately if I hear it.
Is there one that was tough to crack, but then you got it? Like you couldn't.
I never worked on them.
Really? It just
it either happens or it don't happen.
So it's the same kind of thing.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I'm not gonna, because if you're working at it, then what am I doing, a character? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm really just like, I talk to you and and even if it's just an American accent, but if they have a wimpy voice, a deep voice, whatever,
yeah.
I tend to just repeat exactly what I just heard.
And for the foreign ones, it's just like that too.
Same thing.
So you just
People
have a great
go,
ear.
He does accent. I go, I just do what I hear.
Yeah.
But
you also pick up on, the whole thing is you pick up on like the social aspects of that culture. Like you don't just do a voice.
No, you got it. Well, if you're also doing a voice, your body has to change.
Okay.
You can't just do an Indian voice and be straight like, hello everybody, how's it? But your whole body, hello everybody. And then if it doesn't do this, if it doesn't flow, then you're like, the fuck are you doing?
Because this is what they do.
It's what we do.
Yeah.
That's why you never have to worry about India working on AI robots, because you know how hard it is to make a robot do this? It need to be on a gimbal.
Yeah.
This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp. I want to give a shout out to my wife's therapist, because this month is all about gratitude. And along with the person I just shouted out, I won't say her name, my wife's therapist, there's another person we don't get to thank enough: ourselves. It's sometimes hard to remind ourselves that we're trying our best to make sense of everything. And in this crazy world, that is not easy. Here's a reminder to send some thanks to the person in your life, including yourself. My wife's been in therapy for 23 years. This woman has been a part of our relationship for 23 years as an outsider. She is not my sister. She is not my mom. She is not my other sister. She's not someone we work with. We talked about this today. It is so valuable to have someone that's not involved in your life, helping you along with your life. 23 years. This woman has been in our family practically for 23 years. And we have a really happy life. And I am not kidding when I say it is in part to my wife's therapist that we have a really happy life. If you're thinking about starting therapy, please give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist, and you can switch therapists at any time for no additional charge, something my wife has not done in 23 years. Let the gratitude flow with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/bears today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/bears. This episode of Two Bears, One Cave is brought to you by NASCAR. 4 drivers have fought their way into the championship, and now it's time to see who has what it takes to crown themselves a champion of the NASCAR Cup Series forever. These drivers have given their blood, sweat, and tears all season long, but they'll have to conquer the legendary Phoenix Raceway before they can be named a champion. It's the best racing in the world, right in the desert mountains, and it's these final 4 drivers will do whatever it takes to immortalize themselves as NASCAR Cup Series champion. It's the last chance for the drivers to cement their names in the record books, and you're not going to want to miss it. If you've never checked out NASCAR before, now is the perfect time. Invite some friends over, crack open some beers, and tune into the NASCAR Cup Series Championship race on Sunday, November 10th at 3 p.m. Eastern on NBC.
No, that one is yeah, the Indian one year.
Have you done India yet?
I've never done it.
You should do it.
I've done a lot. I've done South Africa.
It's great,
I've
isn't
done yeah, I've done a lot of Western Europe. I've done Hong Kong, Singapore, Tokyo, Macau in Asia. That's like my extent of Asian touring. You've done fucking
I've
everywhere.
done all those. Those are
You've
all
done the
good.
Middle East. I've never done.
Yeah, the Middle East is
No,
great.
I have. I've done Abu Dhabi.
Hey, you did it last year. Earlier this year.
This year, yeah. That's
May, right?
That's the first time. Sorry, that's my first time going there.
Etihad.
Etihad.
I
yeah.
opened up that arena.
You did?
I was the first guy in there.
That must have been.
It was in 2021. It was during pandemic.
Did I tell you that like after? So they gave me the the pregame speech of like, don't talk about Islam,
Yep.
don't talk about the royals,
Yeah.
and like don't be fucking gross. And I was like, I can help you with 2 of those, but
Yeah, right.
I'm just gonna be gross.
Yeah.
And you could tell that like it's a release. You could see
Oh yeah.
the people like when I'm saying things like actually cheering, like the guy they're enjoying it, right? And then afterwards, I'm back in like the dressing room, and then somebody comes in and they're like, "Hey, some of the royals would like to say hello," and I just was like just kind of from,
Oh, yeah.
like, they do, and they're like, "Yeah, you want to come down here?" And I go, "Okay." I go out in this room, and a lot of times these post-show meet somebody things are bare, like it's empty, and
Yeah.
But like I get in front of the the backdrop thing for the photo, and I suddenly there's like 40 people in the room.
Yes.
I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then these 3 gorgeous girls walk up, and I'm like, who's this? They're like, these are the royal daughters. I'm like, oh fuck. And I did this thing where like normally you're like, hey, like arms around,
Hey, you
like,
put your arms in front of you.
and I was
I,
like,
I do that too.
I was like, hello. And I was like scared. I was like, I'm sorry about what I did. And they're like, no, we enjoyed it. I was like, okay. Am I in trouble? And they're like, no, everything's fine. We loved it. We can't wait to see you again. I was like, okay. And I just wanted it to like wrap up. I still felt
Yeah.
scared. I was like,
That happened to me at one of my shows in Abu Dhabi years ago. One of the princesses came back to say hi, and she was beautiful.
Beautiful.
I was
Beautiful.
just like, what? And
Yeah.
I couldn't. I was like, and she had like all female security team.
Yeah, yeah.
And they all had automatic weapons underneath their burqas. But you could see the strap and you could see the gun sticking
Yeah.
out. And I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And they didn't look like girls that are like, oh my God, how do I fire this? They look like, let's go, motherfucker.
yeah, yeah.
And but she was really sweet and they're very sweet.
They're very
And they
sweet.
make you feel very comfortable.
Yeah.
Every royal person I've ever met is all the same. Those know how to make you feel like, they take your defense down because you're
Yeah.
like, hey, don't worry about all the formal stuff. Let's just be people
Let's just
right
be
now.
people, yeah. Well, you have the best story ever about King of Jordan.
Yeah, that was cool. That was a cool story. It's my buddy.
That's
And then Prince Charles, I met him.
what was he like? Same thing?
I meet him at this function in London, and he's like, "Where's the Indian detective?" And I go, he goes, Russell Peters. He talks very like that. And it sounds like my dad almost.
Your dad have that British?
British with an Indian twang to it,
Yeah.
but not heavy. It was pretty good. It was like, but so we're walking, me and Prince Charles, and I got my hands in front of me.
Yeah.
And he's got his bloated hands in front of him. Have you seen his hands?
Yes.
They're fucking disgusting. In person, it's even worse.
Yeah.
They look like blood sausages.
They do. That's just gout,
Look at,
right?
yeah, look at that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're walking, and Camilla's walking behind us.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, oh, sir, do you want your wife to walk with us? He goes, oh, no. It's like, he's a real guy.
Yeah, he's a
It's
real guy. He's like, I've had enough of that.
That was the nicest way of saying, fuck that bitch.
That's fucking amazing. Look at those little sausages.
Oh, yeah.
It kind of makes me want a sausage. Like
Yeah,
a nice little
Jesus.
breakfast sausage right now.
Imagine if he pricks his finger, he'll flood the place.
Oh my god.
He just deflates.
What that is that? Explain. What are they? Is that gout? It's like it's
It's some
definitely
sort of circulation thing.
retaining
it.
fluid, right? Caused by did it say?
Have you done this update? For fuck's sake, I can't find shit on it anymore.
No. I like how it keeps saying Do you want to know about his fingers? And
Yeah,
you're like,
it's all clickbait.
What is it?
Click with your fat fingers. I'm going to show you this photo.
Edema. Okay. All right. Well, we learned absolutely fucking nothing from this article. Do you want to know? And then it just tells you like all the possible things it could be.
They're like, so do we.
Do we know? No. But we got you to click this thing.
Here.
Okay. This is you guys. Yeah. And there's those little digits. Oh, he's holding a drink too.
He's on water, I think.
Oh, that's lame.
I mean, I'm saying water because,
Yeah. You look sharp, buddy.
I don't want to get killed by the royal family. So.
Where is this?
In England.
But I mean, is this at a royal place?
No, it was at a function in London. They wanted me to perform some South Asian cabinet thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. And Katy Perry was there. I was there. Prince Charles was there.
Wow. That's wild.
And I bombed.
You did?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I bombed.
Anytime there's music, I always feel like this is going to
Well, she didn't perform. She was just there. But, like, they were just so stuffy in that room.
Yeah.
And I had said to Prince Charles, I said, hey, man, I'm a big fan of your family. I even got your mom on my money. Because I was Canadian money.
Yeah.
Anyway. Listen, guys, you wonder why I bombed. Did you hear the fucking jokes I said?
Are you going to Middle East anytime soon?
I think so. Well, if it's still there, yeah.
If it's still, well, how are we going to resolve this? You've been there.
I mean,
Can you fix it?
Wow, I think we know who needs to fix it. I'm not going to get into that fucking bag of monkeys there. But well, who's causing it?
Yeah. Okay.
Depending on what side of the fence you're on, you're going to think somebody started it.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't
What do I know? I'm just asking the guy questions. I don't know fucking
I don't want to go down this road either,
What is, okay, of those, like, of those cultural things,
by the way, I shot my last special in Abu Dhabi at the Etihad Arena.
You did?
Yeah, last year in November.
Oh, shit.
I don't know where it is, but we're sitting in the can somewhere.
Oh, it's not even, it's just.
Not even out. We're just fucking sitting on it.
Why?
I don't know. Ask my brother.
Should we call him?
You should call him and ask him.
Should we call him right now?
Call him. Go and
Really?
ask him. Go for it.
This will be fun.
He'll answer your call. You should call him and be like, "Where the fuck is Russell? He said he was supposed to be here."
Is that number the 310 one?
Yeah. No.
No, the other one. Okay, hold on.
I don't even think that 310 exists.
Really? 416?
That's the one. Keeping it real.
Keeping it-
FaceTiming him or
Should I FaceTime him?
no, whatever you want.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Clayton Peters, please?
Speaking.
Clayton, this is Tom Segura. I'm sitting with your client, Russell. And
You're live on the air, Toots.
We're on the air, so just giving you a heads up. Don't say the N-word. I just wanted to ask you, where is Russell's special? Why haven't we seen it? Why is it not streaming on platforms all over the world? He said he shot it at the Etihad Arena in Abu Dhabi.
We did, and we ran into all kinds of complications on it. Our financial partners defaulted and left us holding the bag, and then that led to a whole string of other problems in terms of chain of title, et cetera, et cetera. We finally put it out for distribution. It's with the agent right now, and we're waiting to hear back. If we don't get any traction on it, watch for it coming soon on YouTube and or pay-per-view and or both.
Okay.
But it's been a shit show. I'll tell you that. We've had a lot of trouble.
Well, he made me call you.
I made him call you.
He made me call you to get that answer.
I told him to ask you where I was to make you believe I wasn't here yet.
Yeah, he's here. He was on time and everything.
I know. I got a text. I was shocked. Amazing.
I was shocked. You know, it's funny. We pull in at 11:59. I go, fuck, I'm dead ass on time.
Dead ass on time, dude. Yeah. All right. Well, there'll be some more follow-up questions with other business inquiries later, okay?
All right, man.
Okay.
Take care, guys.
Thank you, Clayton.
Bye.
Bye. He gave it a very.
Yeah, my brother gets very businessy. You know how he
very
is.
business answer, yeah.
We're the complete opposites of each other.
Yeah, it's a good pairing.
You need that. You don't
Yeah.
want two people. You don't fucking me and another me.
Yeah.
We're not getting anything done, buddy.
Nothing will get done. Yeah.
We're barely getting through this podcast with me being me. Now I know why Bert's here, so he could laugh anytime to fill time.
You mean to talk? All he does is talk.
What happened to him? He's sick?
I guess, yeah.
Ugh.
But he's in the hospital. He's okay. He's
Yeah?
not in ICU. He's just getting like general care.
Okay. His liver's fucking up on him.
Yeah, he's had like a lot. He had a kidney transplant. And
Really?
Yeah, he had a kidney transplant, and he had like, I guess they drain livers sometimes.
I don't know. There's a way of cleaning them somehow.
Yeah,
I
they did
believe,
something like that to him. And then I know he had his spinal fluid was drained.
My back's been fucked up.
Maybe you should hit him up. He's had a lot of operations.
I had to cancel work a couple of weeks ago.
For real?
Yeah, I canceled the whole weekend because I couldn't walk. I was walking with a cane.
No shit.
Yeah.
And how did it get resolved?
Just I rested it. My lower back was from sitting on planes.
Ugh.
Those fucking seats are uncomfortable as hell.
You got to get a bed on a plane.
Yeah. And every time I'd get out of bed, I'd have to grab the cane. I'd look at it, say, "Sup, cane," and then I'd go to the bathroom. I call it a callback, guys.
It is a callback. Wait, I want to ask you because I'm genuinely interested in this. Because you've done all this world, you're like the global comedian. Is there like when I did Europe and I did, oh my God, where do they speak Flemish?
Oh, Belgium.
So I was in the Flemish side.
Mm-hmm.
That crowd, when they were like, I would finish a bit, and then at the end of the bit they would go,
Yeah.
and then I would start the new bit, and then you'd hear like very little chuckles, and then you get to the end of it, and I would get applause. I was like, huh. Like, is there?
I never did the Flemish side, I don't think.
You did the French side.
Yeah, I did whatever side understood English.
Have you encountered cultures that have like, left an impression on whether like they're really like big laughers or they're
Lebanon.
really?
I love Lebanon. I love Beirut. It's amazing.
Really?
But the shows were always like, it's all Lebanese. There's nobody else there.
Yeah.
So if you're not talking about them, they're like,
But then as soon as you make it
mention
about
them, bam. Even if I did an Indian joke, they wouldn't get it because I'm like, "What? I don't understand." Like, this is a long time ago, but I had a great time there, though.
Really?
You ever been there? Man,
Never.
It sucks what they're doing to it right now, but
Yeah.
but that place is amazing.
Did not know that.
So good.
And Asia, you've done all of Asia.
All of Asia.
And when you do India, because you're also,
One of them.
You're one of those guys. Do you make it? Do you like make the show more about them? Because you have so much
not
reference.
necessarily.
No.
I mean, I can pick up local references,
Sure.
but like, just for like just for that moment, not like I don't write an entire
A show for them.
no.
Can you do other like in the same way like India is Indian people?
Yeah, but India is one of those places where they're really smart. Like India was the one country in the world, and I'm not saying this because I'm Indian, but it was the one country internationally where I'd go on stage and I could talk at exactly the same pace and say the exact same slang words that we use right now,
Yeah.
and they're right on it.
Really?
Yeah, they're right on it. They're sharp as fuck.
Oh.
That's why they're
interesting.
gonna be a superpower in the next 3 years.
Yeah, man. We just got to get used to it. It's
Yeah.
tough. I know if you're watching, you're like, fuck.
We already infiltrated Christina's family.
Yeah. I know. She's a big fan.
She knows him well.
She knows him well, dude. She lived with a guy.
Yeah,
Yeah. He was fucking stepdad. So, yeah.
She BYOB. Bring your own brown guy.
Need a break from crowded stores and endless gifts lists? Restore your zen and embrace the natural power of cannabis this holiday season with Via. Unlock the power of nature with Via's organic vegan hemp extracts, perfect for relaxation and rejuvenation. Via is the only lifestyle hemp brand. They use compounds found in hemp along with active plant extracts to create products, each with a specific effect in mind, whether you want to get better sleep, ease your anxiety, enhance your mood, or just get high. They have something for you. They also have 0 THC products. If THC isn't for you, like my wife, you can still take advantage of their CBD line with products designed for sleep, focus, and energy that will keep you glowing all year long. Their products range from 0 milligrams to 100 milligrams of THC. So these guys have you covered whether you're looking for a microdose or to enjoy some potent effects. And I will tell you right now, these are awesome. Leanne takes the CBD line for sleep. I enjoy the THC for sleep, and I will tell you, I'll just tell you, I'm sleeping like a baby. I got to put socks on my hands so I don't cut my face with my fingernails. This holiday season, gift yourself some peace of mind. If you're 21 and over, check out the link to Via in our description and use code BEARS to receive 15% off. After you purchase, they're going to ask where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them that we sent you. This holiday season, enhance your everyday with Via.
Have you thought about a gift for yourself this year? One that has the power to help you grow, learn, and become a better version of you? Give yourself the gift of language by getting Babbel. Speak like a whole new you with Babbel, the language learning app that gets you talking with quick 10-minute lessons handcrafted by over 200 language experts. Babbel gets you talking a new language in 3 weeks. Babbel's tips and tools are inspired by the real-life stuff you'll actually need when speaking. With a focus on conversation, you'll be ready to talk wherever you go. There are really cool things about Babbel that I've really enjoyed. One of them is that they constantly make you spell out things, and you might think like, that helps your brain actually remember the word. Like I realized that in having to spell some of these words, you actually commit it to memory in a way that you wouldn't if you didn't have to do that. So I'm a big fan of it. Here's a special holiday deal for our listeners right now. Get up to 60% off your Babbel subscription, but only for our listeners at babbel.com/bears. Get up to 60% off at babbel.com/bears, spelled BABBEL.com/bears. Rules and restrictions may apply. How about the fact that like in the time that we've known each other, and like
I've known you since you lived in Florida.
No, I was living in California. But
you just
worked
happened
in
to come
Florida.
back, right?
Yeah, I was on that really cool system where the improvs were like, yeah, we'll give you a middle week. You got to buy your own airfare, which is $500, and you'll make $700 for the week, but go for it.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay. That's how I met you in the Palm
West
Beach.
Palm,
Yeah. But
I remember how apprehensive you were when I first met you.
really,
Yeah, you were so like, I was like, hey, how you doing? I'm Russell. He goes, hey, I'm Tom. And you were really like shy almost.
really,
But then after a show or two, and I said, man, you were fucking funny. He was like, oh, thanks. It was like, I think you weren't sure about me, and
I probably was.
you were a little hesitant back then.
I was probably.
You were so young then. How old were you then?
Oh yeah.
How old are you now?
45.
Oh yeah, shit. Yeah, you would have been much younger then.
Yeah. Yeah. When I met you, that would have been
2007, 6.
Yeah, I was like 27, 28, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So there's like, you're hesitant, you're not confident, you don't know how the week's gonna go, you don't know if the headliner is gonna like you.
Yeah.
You don't know how the crowds are gonna be.
And you didn't know me, like you didn't know me from Adam. Like you were like, this fucking guy's in here sold out. I never heard of him. Who
Yeah.
is this guy?
Yeah.
So I'm sure you were like, what the fuck is going on here?
That is true. I definitely was. Because when they told me I got a week, first of all, you're just so happy to get a week, period. And then I was like, who am I working with? And they're like, Russell Peters. And I was like, who is that?
Yeah.
And then somebody was like, somebody told me, one of the comments was like, oh no, he's great. And then it was like, all the shows are sold out. And also, then when I got with you, you're like, oh yeah, this is just like a warm-up week. I'm just like running stuff. And I was like, huh? I thought all the shows are sold out. And you're like, yeah, this is what I do before I go to like my shows. This is just like.
I think I was just doing. I hadn't started doing arenas yet. I was about to start doing arenas that year, I think.
Yeah.
In 2007, I started doing arenas.
That's pretty crazy.
It's pretty wild, right?
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
I'm doing Scotiabank Arena on December 14th in Toronto.
Yeah.
That's gonna be my 9th time doing it.
I just did it last weekend.
Yeah, you
that
killed
was my
it.
first
Right?
time. It was
Who opens for you?
I mix it up. Show I brought Jordan Jensen and Jeff Tate. But I
Jeff
do.
Tate. Wait, I haven't seen Jeff Tate in forever.
Jeff Tate's great.
Yeah.
He lives in Portland now. He was a Cincinnati. He's a Cincinnati native, but he lives in Portland. Jordan lives in New York. They're both fucking hilarious.
Oh, good.
And they legit crushed that show. That was a really fun audience.
Yeah, they're good. My city can be
Toronto.
rude to people.
Yeah,
Those glasses are really nice. Keep staring at them. What are they?
I don't know. I can't read. I legit can't even see what.
Just pass me these fuckface.
Yeah.
I'm over here.
I don't. Did your vision deteriorate? Mine has.
Mine's horrible.
Yeah. I think it's the other side that has the name though.
I'm just trying. Yeah, I can't see shit.
I can't see that.
I was playing like I was gonna see this thing.
How sad! What a dad fucking moment that was. Where I was like, "Here you go," and we were both like,
I don't know. I need my glasses
I need
to
my
see your
glasses to
glasses.
see the glasses." Yeah. Fucking super dads.
Hey, how are your kids now?
How are they?
Yeah.
They're fucking maniacs.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. They're both.
The older one's probably more chill than the younger one, though, right?
Yeah.
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 It's like me and my brother. He's the older one.
Yeah. The older one, and
They always more level-headed.
he's more level-headed. He he also understands. Like, he just really gets that. Like, here's the exchange on something, you know, and then he fucking manipulates. Like,
Was he 11 now?
no, he's much younger. He's 8. He'll be 9 in December. But like,
I met him when he was an infant.
yeah, you met him very young. Oh, that's right. We were in the
You were taking him
in the
for a
neighborhood
walk.
for a walk.
You had him on a leash. It was nice.
It was nice. I come home the other day and he's like, "Hey," I'm like, "Oh, this is nice." He's like, "Big hug." I just wanted to hug Dad.
Yeah.
And he's like, "I love you, man." And I go, "I love you too." And he was like, "So, can I get some more Roblox for my iPad?"
Robux.
Yeah, Robux. And
Yeah.
I'm like, "Is that what the hug and kiss was all about?" He goes, "I give you something, you give me something." And I
That's
was like,
awesome.
"Fucking A, man."
My kid's 5, my son, and he's the other. I don't know where he gets his shit from. The other day, he goes, "Hey," he's obsessed with planes. So I picked him up. He's like, "Hey, Daddy, I want to go to Dubai." I go, "What? Where'd you get that from?" He goes, "How do you even know about Dubai?" "I want to see the Burj Khalifa." I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Really?
Yeah, and then I drop him off to his mom, and his mom goes to me, "You know, he asked me if he wanted to go see the Burj Khalifa." I go, "Wait, he just said that to me." I go, I'm sure she's coaching him.
Yeah.
And tell me you want to go on Emirates first class.
Yeah, well, they hate long flights, right? And so I took Ellis, the oldest, to New Zealand to visit the Minecraft set because he
Right.
loves Minecraft.
Well, how'd you fly?
We flew on some fucking
Emirates?
no. It was from Dallas, so it was like, I don't know. It was a U.S. carrier, and it was fine, but it's fucking 18-hour flight.
Yeah.
And so then I told them about Etihad, and I showed them, like, you know, the little like apartment thing they give you, and I was like, "Check this out," and they were like, "How come we didn't take that?"
I mean, they got a point.
I go, "Well, yeah, but they don't. That doesn't go the route that we did." And they go, "If we're doing long flights, I want that fucking like apartment." I'm like, "Yeah, okay, cool." So then they're
I
like,
like that Ellis has this really deep voice.
he does.
already.
He's always like, "Hey, man," but he does. And then the other guy's like, "Hey, how are you?" He has like a little
he's
cartoon
6,
voice.
right?
Yeah, he's 6. But anyway, then they're like, "Well, where does that plane go?" I go, "Well, you could take a plane like that to like the Middle East or like, you know, in Asia, you know, fucking Hong Kong, Japan." And so now they're like, "Cool, that's where we want to go." Like
You
they
got to
just want
do
to go
Singapore Airlines.
Singapore.
Airlines A380 first class suites. Fuck, it was the best.
Best.
Listen, I'm an Emirates guy, but that Singapore Airlines one kind of, as far as I was concerned, kind of beat Emirates on that one.
It's the best of the best, right?
It's so good. And if you get, say, you and Christina get the rooms side by side, the wall comes down and it becomes one big bed, and you got this giant room, like about the size of this.
And then you can just bang in the sky.
You could bang in the sky if you're still doing that to each other. And look at that. See, that's when they got the double set up there.
And they're like, I like that he's like fully clothed. They're like, "This is
Yeah,
how
yeah.
we enjoy our flight."
I don't know why he should have been wearing the pajamas. They give you pajamas on board.
Pajamas are nice.
Pajamas are nice.
It's a real experience.
Oh yeah, I take my underwear. I free ball that whole flight too.
Yeah.
Why let my balls get sweaty in my own underwear?
No, and just let him out.
Yeah.
Let him out, dude.
And that chair, you see that recliner chair
Yeah.
there? It has a button on it that turns it automatically.
Uh-huh.
But wherever you turn it, and if you turn the TV on, the TV will follow you. It'll turn with you. The TV keeps moving with you.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
They really know how to do it.
Yeah, it's good. And the food's good, and the service is good, and the flight attendants all have open toe shoes on and pretty toes.
Nice.
So for me, it's masturbation in the air.
Wow. It's cool that
I've said too much, guys.
It's
Just-
cool.
hey, I just got a text saying I'm banned from Singapore Airlines, guys.
It's cool that they thought of that. They're like, you know what'll get these guys hard.
Yeah.
I do appreciate that, like when we flew Etihad, the flight attendants were all attractive. And I was like, let's bring this back. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's not like when you fly Delta here where you're like, look at
Oh, yeah.
fucking
Now you end up with Delta Burke.
Barbara fucking bringing her problems down the aisle.
And the old flight attendants are funny because you could tell like they're like
Yeah.
seasoned
Yeah.
and they're
You want a drink? That's how they do it. You thirsty?
and they're real
Okay.
casual with everything.
Yeah.
Taking off now.
Yeah. It's not like that in those international carriers.
No,
That's
they're all
a-
very professional.
It's a whole other level. Fucking love it.
It's good stuff out there.
It's real good stuff.
Yeah.
Wait, what was I going to ask you? Oh, this is what I wanted to ask you. So, it was a thing when you popped. I was like, you know, how did this happen? And I think you and the general observation was that your stuff was cut up and put on YouTube. And it
That was
like,
after. So what happened first was people. Remember when people would email you a clip?
yeah.
And it would just be audio. Even it had chopped up, and they would email people like, "Yo, listen to this." And that's 2004. They were doing that before YouTube started.
Wow.
And so they'd email you a 3-minute clip, take you fucking 24 hours to download the thing.
Sure.
And then you'd hear it, and people were like, I want more. And then when YouTube started in June or May of 2005, somebody dumped the whole special on there. So now people had a video
To go with
to the audio, and it was all in one place. So they didn't have to listen to it in sections.
And then that YouTube explosion, though, made things really change for you.
Well, the file sharing is what started it. Yeah,
Okay.
because the February of 2004, I did DePaul University for $700, and only 13 people showed up.
Nice.
And I was like, oof. And I felt bad because at that time, we're like, $700, that's a lot of money for
Yeah.
a show. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And I felt bad. I was like, should I give them their money back? I mean, nobody showed up. But I gave them the full show. Then I went back to Chicago like November of that same year, and I did like a theater for 3 nights. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? I still didn't know what was going on.
You saw
I still had no clue what was happening. I was like, people suddenly like me. This is great.
no clue.
No clue. Completely clueless. I still don't even know how to upload shit to YouTube. Do you?
I've done it before, but I haven't done it in years now.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody. Yeah.
Like
But
your promo shit's real good. I do my shit on my phone. Just like, hey,
that's them.
they know how to do that.
They know how to
you
do
got
that.
a team now. I don't have a team.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan's got a SEAL team, and
He's got a SEAL team.
he's got a SEAL team. You got a team. You got the A team.
A team for sure. These guys are good. But you have your brother.
Yeah, it's Team Peters.
He knew what was up. He gave a very professional answer.
He's very professional. Like
Yeah.
that.
But
By the way, he when he called me yesterday to tell me that what I'm doing today.
yeah.
He's like, okay, so you're gonna go do Segura, and then you're gonna do a bunch of other ones there, and remember, the focus of this is to promote the Relax Tour. That starts in Canada at the end of the month. Make sure you. I'm like, all right, I'm not a fucking idiot, all right? He goes, yeah, I knew you were gonna say that. Okay, so
Okay, well, can we pull up the Relax Tour?
can we pull up the Relax Tour, guys? Did my brother send you any artwork for that?
Let's see. Russell Peters.
Yeah. There we go. Right. There we go. There it is. Right
Hey, it's not that serious. That makes sense.
there. Yeah. Right. There you go. There you go.
All right.
So you guys got that? So here we are promoting the Relax Tour.
So you're
What's your name of your new tour?
come together. Okay.
And that one, the last one was Coming All Over?
I'm coming everywhere.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Oh, you're hitting the road, bro.
Oh, yeah. These are just like the
Get it ready.
get it ready dates. And then there's the big ones there.
Yeah, I see that. Can I tell you my big there's Scotiabank. I see it.
Didn't you just do Calgary a couple weeks ago?
I did it for the Great
The
Outdoor
outdoor, I
Fest.
did it too.
Can I tell you the market that I learned about on the last tour, and I just did it again for them,
What?
that I'm like, man, this is fucking awesome. In Canada?
Where?
Halifax.
Oh, yeah. You don't know about Halifax?
I mean, I didn't before I went. Like,
That's where the Underground Railroad ended.
no.
Yeah. Harriet Tubman took them all the way to Nova Scotia, to Halifax.
Really?
So if you go to a place called North Preston in Nova Scotia,
Yeah.
it's like the black area.
Do you know that they're doing a documentary about her called Getting My Steps In?
No.
No, they're not.
I was gonna say that'd be amazing. And Tyler Perry's directing it. Harriet Tubman played by Tyler Perry.
So,
Oh, hey, honey, follow me. You know,
hey, baby, keep running. Okay. Wow. Let's, but that place is fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah.
First of all, it's one of those places. A lot of times, if you're American and you go, hey, I'm going to like Calgary or Edmonton, you're like, yeah, it's just another city, right?
Yeah.
Like you don't go like, oh, this is so fucking different. Like Toronto is like, we always, it's Canada's New York. It's just this
Right.
huge metropolis, whatever. But Halifax has this really interesting maritime culture. Like it just feels.
it does, but they got a lot of soul out there too,
It's very cool.
and the food's good out there.
Food's good. People were great.
Did you buy lobsters at the airport?
I did not buy lobster.
You know you can buy live lobsters at the airport.
At the airport?
and they pack them and make a shipping ready for you. They carry it on the plane.
Did you know that I was on news, on radio shows. All these people got mad at me in Quebec,
What'd you say?
in Montreal. That we were. I think I was doing the podcast with Nick Swartzen,
Yep.
and we were talking about Just for Laughs, which we'd done
Many times.
and it's and for people who don't know, it's that has been this this benchmark of I'm for real now.
Yeah.
Like it's a validation thing too, right? So, and we were just talking about the festival and how in the conversation about it, how funny it was to us that the first time you go, you're met by a guy who's picking you up, who's like, you are in the show? And you're like, do you not speak English? And he's like, some, yes. And you're like, but you live here? And he's like, all my life. And you're like, how do you not? And then the French Canadians were like, that is so fucking disrespectful.
How is that disrespectful?
I have no idea. I was like,
great. We got woke French people now?
oh, dude, they were so mad. They were so mad. They're like, that is so disrespectful. I'm like, dude, it just blows your mind because what happens is you go there, right? As an American, you go there and you're like, wait, we're in Canada, right? And yes, you know that French is also a national language, but every Canadian you meet goes like, I can count to 10, but when you go to Montreal, you meet people who are so immersed in their own culture that they have broken English. Of course it stands out to you.
Oh, yeah. Well, now what's frustrating when I went last year to Quebec was when I was in Montreal, they used to have, so in Canada, everything has to be in English and French.
Right.
But in Quebec, it used to be French and English underneath.
Yeah.
Well, now they've X'd the English, so everything's in French. And I'm like, I go to a cafe, I go, what is that? What? Because I knew what it said, but I wanted you to, no,
Yeah.
I'm still in Canada. Tell me what the fuck that says.
Yeah.
It said pain du chocolat. And I'm like, what is that? Pain du chocolat. I go, no, what the fuck is that? I'm getting so mad. I go, English. Why is this not in fucking
There.
English?
Now tell him, he's Canadian. You give him the fucking business.
Give me the business because you guys fucked it up because we respectfully put your shit on ours and then you disrespectfully took our shit off yours. And now I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at.
I could, to me, at the first time, it was beyond my comprehension. I was like, wait a minute. And I would sit with the guy who was very nice. And I'd be like, you've lived here your whole life? And they're like, yeah, yes. And I'm like, well, why don't you speak better English? They're like, because I live here and French is how we live. And I'm like, I just can't believe that you're in this country and that the bubble is this suppressing where you could actually just go through your life not really doing English. That to a lot of French Canadian people was beyond
that. But it's just that was also your experience.
It was my experience. Yeah.
It's funny how people get mad if you say what you saw.
I know.
It's
they're
I'm
so
telling you the story
insulted.
from my honest place, and you fucking
you
give me shit.
It's fair. Look, it's fair to hear my version and go, "Oh, you're ignorant." I'm like, "That's fine."
Yeah.
You could be like, "Yeah, I'm ignorant. I had no idea.
Right.
I literally had no idea. Now I do. I've gone back many times."
As a Canadian, it's frustrating just to watch them slowly push us out, but we have to slowly big them up. I'm like, hold on, this is supposed to be a fair exchange here.
Yeah,
we should be shaking hands, and
now they've come close a few times. I remember
to separating,
to seceding.
Not
right?
really close.
Kind of close.
No.
They still want that would be such a fucking crazy thing.
If they split, I mean, I feel like Texas could do that in the United States if they wanted to.
Texas probably has come the closest, yeah.
Because Texas is the only place when I come here, it's the only place that still feels like America.
Really?
You know what I mean? It doesn't matter where you are in Texas.
Yeah.
It's just, it feels like that's how I picture America to be. Mm-hmm. And that picture is dissipating around the country.
What is LA like now? Because I feel like it changed from when I lived there.
It's definitely changed since you lived there. I don't go out much, and I don't wear jewelry when I go out.
It's fucking...
I don't go to fancy restaurants. You know what I
really?
mean? No. They got people watching you in restaurants now. There's a lot of follow home robberies.
Yeah.
And if you're going to follow me home, you're going to have a long fucking drive, pal.
Yeah. Out to Malibu?
Yeah, because not only that, I always take different ways. I don't go the same way every time.
Yeah.
Because that's to my ADD. I'm just like, no, I want to go this way today. I want to go that way today.
Yeah.
I think I want to go around the whole city before I go home, you know?
Yeah. But it's still nice out there, I bet.
The weather is. There's been a lot of earthquakes lately, especially in Malibu.
Yeah.
When I left, when did I leave? I left yesterday.
Are you a beach guy, though? Do you go
No,
to the beach?
not at all.
Not at all.
I look at it, and that's there it is.
Yeah.
And the water's cold.
It is. Do you like cold water?
No.
I like cold water.
You do?
Yeah.
After the accident?
Mm-hmm.
Do you do the cold plunge
Yeah.
often?
I didn't this morning. I did yesterday morning.
Oh, you have one at home?
Yeah.
You fill it every day, or
Do I feel it?
do you fill it?
It stays filled.
Oh, it stays filled and stays icy?
Yeah. It's plugged into the wall, so it stays.
It's like for a refrigerator.
Yeah. It stays at 43, 40.
I've never done it.
You have to try it.
Yeah? Do
Yeah.
you do it naked?
No, because I don't want to see what it does.
You don't want to, well, you won't
But
see it after that.
It's so small. It's already it's not a good starting
it's
point. Yeah.
Yeah, Hispanic side never came in on that.
Nope. No, I got my dad's dick.
You're welcome. Isn't Segura a gift?
Oh man. Yeah, no, I do it in like shorts, like underwear or swim trunk. Yeah, but you do feel fucking amazing. I don't know. I know people get so sick of hearing about it, but you know, I will say
I want to do it. I think it would help my back.
it's good for inflammation.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, yeah, it definitely gets rid of inflammation.
I mean, yeah.
If you're inflamed, you won't be in a
You
minute.
do ride this high.
How long do you sit in there?
3 minutes.
That's a long time.
Breathe.
Yeah.
Just keep breathing, and don't start at like 40. Start at like 52 or something. Then it just feels like you got in like a lake, you know, and you're like, woo! But you can get through it, and then if you want, you keep lowering it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fucking rad. I think you'll like it.
I won't be doing it, but it's great to hear about.
Yeah.
I do want to try DMT is what I do want to try.
I got mushrooms in gummy form that are incredible.
I did chocolate mushrooms around Christmas time.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's a little bar that says take 3 pieces for microdose.
Yeah.
So I took the 3 pieces. That was too much for me.
3. Yeah. I always, whenever somebody tells you what to take, just go in half at least.
And I was like, how much can be in there, right? It was like a
Yeah.
little piece for a Rocher. And I was the only one on it. And we went to a restaurant.
Fuck.
And there was like 10 people with me, my kids, everything. And it kicked in right as we got in the restaurant.
Yeah.
So I can hear everybody's conversations around me. And then everyone's like, I'm like, and I start panicking. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then people are like, hey, what's good here? What should I go? Just order your fucking food. Don't talk to me right now.
Yeah.
Nobody fucking talk to me. Just order your food. I'll pay for it.
And everyone's like, what's his
Fuck,
fucking
yeah, they
deal?
thought I was having a meltdown. And I was
yeah.
like, just leave me alone. I'm fucking tripping out.
Dude, I've had a friend who he gave me an Oxy, and then he's like, here you go. He gave me 2 actually. And I'm like, okay, I'll take 1, obviously, not taking 2.
Mm-hmm.
I take 1, and I'm on a plane, and I'm like, and I'm just fucking drooling onto myself. And I'm just, and I get off, and I was like, yo, dude, I just took that on a flight. He goes, did you take the whole thing? I go, yeah, it's a pill. He's like, oh, yeah. He's like, yeah, you should have taken that in half. I go, fucking, you gave me 2. Why would I think to split it in half?
You think one is for now, one's for later.
Like, why
I
would
don't
I
give me a
think
4-day
that?
dose.
He gave me the fucking strongest one they make. And I'm like, what the fuck?
What are Oxy supposed to do, though?
Yeah, it's supposed to, I mean, it's a pain pill, and it's supposed
Okay.
to have that effect. But he also gave me an extremely strong dose.
Like the horse pill of it.
Yeah, and I'm just fucking drooling on a
Maybe the
flight.
chlamydia pill of Oxys.
It's fucking so strong. I'm like, you think I was in a plane like, how do I crush this thing
Yeah.
up? No.
Can I get a knife? I have to cut
just-
this pill.
I have to cut this
You have a pill cutter?
narcotic in half.
Yeah.
Do you mind? Yeah. This heroin in pill form.
Yeah, I did mushrooms for the first time about 2 years ago in, you all right there?
Yeah.
In
You want one?
No, good, thanks. What is that? Are you doing
Nicotine?
oh, wow.
Yeah, they're awesome.
I've never done it.
Just try it.
I smoke cigars. I'm good with that.
Oh, yeah, you do your cigars.
Yeah, I'm a cigar guy. No, I did it with a shaman in
Yeah.
Amsterdam 2
Yeah.
years ago for the first time.
And?
It was cool. I did it laying down with a mask on, like a eye mask. So it was a cool trip because you're just laying there and it feels like you're floating everywhere. And you think you're dreaming at first, but then you realize you're tripping. And then once you realize you're tripping, you start to enjoy it more because you're like, okay,
Yeah.
this isn't real. This is
I
cool,
had
though.
that mushroom gummy I told you.
Mm-hmm.
The first time I took it during the day, like before a flight again,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, I enjoyed it, and it was like, oh, this is a nice chill high. The second time I did it, I took it in bed, and I put an eye mask on,
Mm-hmm.
and it was such a different experience with colors and movement. It's like it felt like a proper trip as opposed to the other one where I was like, oh, I'm just like kind of high right
Now you're
now.
just kind of
Yeah.
dopey around the scenes.
Yeah.
It was wild. I saw myself dead.
Hmm.
I was dead in New York on my head on the sidewalk, my body on the street. and everybody's around me, crying, and I could see myself, and I'm floating away from it, and I'm laughing at them. I'm like, I'm not there anymore, guys. That's what you're wasting your time for. And then the only person I recognized was Crazy Legs from Rocksteady Crew. Crazy Legs was like running to get help, and I go, Legs, don't bother. I'm, and I just kept floating away. I go, okay, bye. I just left. I didn't even like stop to say. I just kept floating away. I just floated right away.
You have so many fucking hip hop friends.
I'm an official Rocksteady Crew member. I don't know.
Are you really?
I am. Yes.
You have like a jacket?
I do have a sweatshirt that says Rocksteady Crew and Brown Comic on the back.
Wow.
Legs gave me that for when he made me a member.
That's pretty fucking rad, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And your friends, I'll tell you when I go, oh, I wish I was friends. You're friends with Cedric, right?
Yeah, he was at my house 2 nights ago.
I think he's so fucking funny.
Next time you come down, you gotta come over because we have these random nights where people come over, we just smoke cigars on the balcony and hang out.
Just shoot the shit.
So it was me, Cedric, David Justice, and Bentley Evans the other night.
That's
Bentley,
crew.
he created Martin and Jimmy Fox show.
Jesus, yeah.
So it was just the 4 of us talking shit.
That's great.
Sunday was my birthday. Melly Mel dropped by and hung out till like 4 a.m.
It was your birthday?
Yeah.
Happy birthday, man.
Yeah, 4 years ago, you sent me a pair of shoes from Brunello Cucinelli, and this year, not even a fucking text.
How old are you?
54. Wow. I think I texted you on your birthday earlier, Sean. I never got a
Did you?
response. Let me just double check that for you. Let's check the tape on this one, guys. Seg Ura.
Let's see.
Yeah, I texted you on April 18th. Happy birthday.
Oh.
No reply. Then May 11th, I sent you that photo.
Wait, what number are you texting though?
I'm texting the right one.
You are?
Yeah, because I texted
Hold
the
on.
right one. And then I sent you that photo of you, me, Rogan, Burr, and Ian Edwards. And you said, damn.
Wait, are you a 323?
Yeah. And then June 8th, I text you, and you replied the next day. That was nice of you. And then on August 14th, you asked me what the best hotel to stay in Toronto. Did you stay at the one I suggested?
I did.
It's nice, right?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Tom just sent me a happy birthday. That's so nice of him. If you guys see Tom Segura, tell him thanks for the message. But the Cucinellis were much better.
Fuck. I got to get that address again.
I'll send it to you.
Okay. Yeah, I need the address. So both of our moms are casino moms.
Casino moms. Your mom is, I know you talk about her mental state, but your mom's still physically in good shape.
She can get around.
She can get around.
Her mental's still there. She's still manipulative.
Like I saw the way I saw you. She's hilarious.
She's very funny,
and I love your relationship with her.
She's very funny.
My mom's still sharp in the head, but my mom. I just found a video of my dad's 70th birthday party, and it was 1995.
Wow.
And I was 25 in the video,
mm-hmm.
and my mom was my age. My mom was 54 in this video.
Wow.
And I was like, holy shit, but my mom at 54 looks exactly the same as she does at 83.
Yeah.
Like my mom just packed it in as soon as she had the kids. All right, that's it done. No need to look like anybody anymore.
Yeah, that's what women do.
But your mom stayed, she got a Hispanic mother. She's going to, they take a lot of pride in that stuff.
I don't know. I don't think she puts a lot of effort into it, to be honest.
She looks good. I sound creepy, but yeah, she looks good.
Okay. Hey, guys.
What's your mom's name? Charatin?
Charo. Charo is a nickname for Rosario.
Her name is Rosario?
Her birth name is Rosario, yeah. And everybody whose birth name is Rosario, which, it's they call it.
I mean, I could see how she was a catch back in the day, though.
She was beautiful. I have
nudes?
Photos, nudes of her, yeah. That's definitely not her there.
I have that T-shirt.
I have some good ones. I'll send you some better Charo pics.
Yeah, please.
I'll send you some good ones.
Yeah. How's her feet? Good feet? Not now. I mean, as they get older, they get more. I'm getting fucking weird on this thing, guys.
It's okay.
People are like, "Can you bring back Bert? That creepy brown guy was terrible."
Believe me, they're not saying that. What ethnicity is your wife?
Filipino.
Nice feet.
Very nice feet.
Really?
Yeah. That's actually why I noticed her.
You saw her feet first?
Yeah.
Where were you?
At Nordstrom.
Was she trying on shoes?
She was. I was walking by and I was like, "Damn, look at the girl's feet." And then she caught me looking, and I didn't know what to do, so I just winked at her, and then I walked away. Left.
And then
And then her sales guy is my sales guy. He goes, you know who that is, right? She goes, no. He goes, that's that comedian Russell Peters. She goes, I don't know. I don't watch comedy. I'm like, what?
really,
And yeah, now that I'm married to him, I'm like, yeah, you don't watch comedy. You miserable bitch. Just kidding, babe. Don't get mad. But keep that in.
oh, there's Charo
Which one?
leaning forward.
With the blonde or on the ground?
The one leaning forward.
Oh,
on
leaning
the
forward.
right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's Charo.
Trying to see who. Do you look like her? Are you an only child?
No, I have two sisters. She's very dark there, by the way.
Yeah, well, it's the Peru.
Well, they used to just lay in the sun from like 9 a.m. till
Yeah.
yeah. Now she has some pre-skin cancer. This photo is great because
This is like the 60s, it looks like.
yeah, this is definitely back in the day.
68 or something.
Her sister Blanca's sitting on the ground.
Yeah, Blanca's pretty good, though.
Blanca's very pretty. And then her best friend, who adored my mother, who died, look how she's admiring my mom.
Yeah,
Isn't
she
that-
looks like she has a crush on you.
yeah, that's Charo Figati, also Charo.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, they're all Peruvian women there?
Yeah, they're all smoking. Yeah.
Yeah. They like the one that admires your mom looks like a white girl. And then it looks like Karen Carpenter on the ground.
Uh-huh.
And the lady smoking looks like she's about to rip one right after.
I know she does look like that. Yeah, that's a bunch of Peruvian ladies right there. Yeah, fucking most are dead.
Yep. That's what happens to them.
Yeah, they just die.
It's kind of the end of the run.
Yeah, it's the end of the run. You just die.
Speaking of which, how is Christina? Oh, yeah.
She's alive. She is alive.
Where is she?
She's home right now. Well, I think she had radiation today, localized radiation, and then she's like, after
Probably gets
4 or
exhausted
5, she
after
said
that.
it gets tired. Yeah, she gets tired, so she'll rest. She'll take it easy today.
And what is this TV show you're doing now?
So I'm in pre-production. It's been fucking crazy. As soon as we wrap here, I go over to the production office. We start shooting next Wednesday.
Yeah, I know. I
it's
saw you had to cancel
it's
dates.
because I know, and people were like, "Why don't you cancel that thing and do the dates?" I'm like, it doesn't really work
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, you can't do it.
So yeah, we're shooting in Austin.
Right?
We'll shoot for about 6 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
The show is basically every episode has 3 short stories. So kind of like, remember the old Twilight Zone?
Yeah.
That type of presentation, but they're short stories that are dark and
So 10-minute
funny.
stories, 3 of them.
Kind of like that, yeah. Some of them are varying. It's like one episode we have a 15-minute story and then like a 5-minute. Like so, some of it, yeah.
There's no rule to it. Just this is what we plan on doing.
Yeah, exactly. So they're all. I mean, everything's obviously written, ready to go. We start shooting Wednesday.
Excited?
I'm super excited.
And you wrote the whole thing.
I wrote it. I wrote with I got a writer's room with like great writers. So I brought in a bunch of them, and then that room made everything better. And then there's also original ones that came from that room from being in the room together. But it was I get to direct a few of them, which I'm excited.
Really, you excited? You want to direct?
Yeah,
you
I
really
wanna-
want to direct?
I will. The thing is that this is a perfect place to.
Because it's yours.
Well, it's also my and the I'm not. It's not like, hey, I'm directing this movie to start. I'm directing a short story.
Yeah.
It's like directing a short film.
Yeah. It's an open mic.
Yeah,
of
so I
directing.
get to do like, I don't know. The first one I do is like 6 or 7 pages. The next one is like I'm doing one like 8-page one, and the next one's like 6 pages. So it's like a stepping into that, and like if I fucking hate it, I'll know, and it won't be like, oh, because I directed a movie, I directed this thing. So
There's a lot of work.
it's work. It is work. I'm in everything except for like one, so it's a lot of work.
You're
on
number
that.
one on the schedule too.
Yeah.
You're number one on the schedule, and then if you're going to direct, you're going to be number one and directing. You're going to be beat.
Yeah, it's gonna be long days, but
I mean, I'm saying it in a good way, but
Yeah.
it's just like people that don't know, they're like, shit is exhausting.
yeah, it wears you out for sure.
Yeah.
But I think I've always loved, features, and I love this world. So for
You
me,
haven't done much acting though, right?
not much. No, I've done a few parts and things, small parts over the years, but yeah, I'll be acting a lot in this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're going to like it.
I think so.
When it's yours, it's different
Big time. Yeah,
because you really understand it. You're like, I know exactly what I'm doing.
because you've had your shows, and
I've done some stuff.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy.
do you like it?
It's okay. I mean, it's a lot of work, and the payoff's just not there anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I look at it as, well, I could stand here and work for a month and a half for 14 hours a day, 6 days a week, or I could go do a weekend and make way more money than I did in this month and a half of my entire life being wasted.
That is crazy. I know. I remember. I've had one time I was shooting a movie, small part, but they needed, they're like, you gotta be here for like 3 weeks or whatever.
Yeah.
And for the 3 weeks, I was like, man, they really don't pay you shit.
Yeah.
And so I just did one show, and I was like, oh, I like just supplemented my salary by more than double.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you're like, okay, I'm doing it for the love.
But that's the thing, you have to love it. So I mean,
yeah, like if my friends are doing something, they're like, you want to do? Oh yeah. But if like they're like, hey, they want you to audition, I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah.
So and so wants to know if you want to. Is it an open audition or are they asking for me? Well, they're open to you. I'm not doing it. No.
Yeah.
I've been
Offer
fucking doing this shit
only.
35 years now. Yeah. I don't want to. I'm sick of jumping through hoops. Fuck it. Either
want me.
You know what I do. You know who I am. You
Yeah.
want me or you don't want me. I don't give a shit.
35 years?
35 years since '89.
Wow. That is.
I first did Just for Laughs in '96.
Wow.
That was a good year.
That was when Just for Laughs would like still.
That's when Chicken got a deal.
That year?
Yeah.
Tell people the Chicken story real quick.
Chicken was this guy. He was a comic called himself Chicken. Did he dress up in a chicken suit? I think
he had either did that or didn't he have like a prop chicken with
something
him?
like that. And he got $1 million deal.
Out of
it was
Just
the
for
last
Laughs.
$1 million deal they gave at Just for Laughs, and then he killed himself a few years later. Right?
Yeah. It's a good story to end on.
I mean, did he hang himself? Because that'd be even funnier if he choked his chicken.
I believe he did. I think he did.
That'd be amazing.
Just fucking.
He's just going for the punchline right to the end,
Oh, fuck.
I love commitment.
Yes, you have to commit.
You got to commit to that one.
You got to commit. Pull up the dates again. We're going to go because we don't want to let Clayton down.
Yeah. I don't want him to think. I don't want to prove to him that I'm an idiot. So
stay relaxed. Just relax.
It's just relax. Relax. It's not that serious.
Or as I feel like there's some places in the mall called Just Relax.
Yeah, those fake men. They have the really shitty artwork on their board.
Yeah, just relax. Just relax.
Like they Googled, how do I get a logo?
Yeah.
And then they're like, I generated a logo for you.
Well, Russell's touring.
Well, those are see, it's funny because I'm doing the arenas and the club dates in between the arenas too. It's kind of a mishmash of things.
I think that's the best way to actually do stand-up.
I agree, because if you get stuck in the arena headspace and you go into a club, it throws you off.
It does. You're doing the right way to do it, which is you hop in and out. Mm-hmm. So you can see Russell all over. Looks like mostly North America, but you'll probably go to other places in the world.
Oh yeah, next year is pretty hectic.
Once we get into
let's see, keep going. February. Once we get into March, it's gonna be nutty. Oh, they haven't announced it yet. Oh, no, they do. There we go. Good. Okay, no. After that, oh yeah, they haven't put it out there, but
all right,
we go international after the Peacock Theater in February.
So
I think it's like Australia, New Zealand, all that stuff, Asia,
the hot spots,
the good spots.
Go see Russell Peters on tour. You can get tickets at russellpeters.com. You're one of the best, man, and you're a fucking great guy. Thanks,
Thomas.
Thanks for taking me along all those years.
Come on, kid.
It was great.
I knew it when I saw you. I said, this kid's going to be something if he shaves his head.
This kid's got to shave his head. All right. I did. We love you. Thanks, man. High five. See you next week, guys.
Bert and Tom and Bert. One goes topless while the other wears a shirt. Tom tells stories and Bert's the machine. There's not a chance in hell that they'll keep it clean. Here's what we call 2 bears, 1 cave.